Well, I find myself walking through the museum sometimes and looking at the electric cars thinking, what if? Well, I mean, they're 1904? Mm-hmm. Why not electric, and why did they go the way of the gas-powered, at least as Studebaker?
Some of it had to do with electrical technology. I mean, they were still using wooden batteries filled with sulfuric acid and lead plate. I mean, so the technology wasn't advancing as quickly as they probably would have liked. And this is general across the industry. And then think about the fact that Rockefeller ensured that prices were low on gasoline. Mm-hmm. And electric car, it still only could go 40 miles if you weren't lead-footed. So gasoline car could go 150 miles at that time.
Yeah, once the fuel supply was available, the electric's day was doomed. Because really, if you look at an electric's range of transportation was really in urban areas where you were near a charging station. Right. We wanted to explore the rest of our country and settle all the lands across America, and internal combustion let you do that.
So, and then think about the fact of infrastructure at that time.
Exactly, yeah. I was just about to say that. There were 30-some charging stations throughout the borough of Manhattan, but I'm willing to guess probably far fewer in Utah.
Oh, yeah. Well, and you had to buy your charging station, too. So, it was an accessory. You need to put electricity in your vehicle? You gotta pay extra to get the unit. So,
and then Henry Ford set the industry on its ear with the Model T, and
that killed. Yeah,
instead of thousands of dollars for an electric car, you could buy a Model T for $300. So.
But think about the fact that Studebaker during the teens was the only vehicle manufacturer that made horse-drawn vehicles, internal combustion, and electric all at the same time.
Well, they were the largest
wagon manufacturer,
in not just the United States.
In the world.
In the world.
At the turn of the 20th century.
Right. When I came to the museum and read that panel, that kind of blew my mind. I'm like, wow, that is a much bigger stage than I thought.
But think about the fact that really they developed the idea of the distribution and dealership network. That's really from the Studebakers. That's the only reason they could do what they did, and nobody else did. They developed the idea of ditties and marketing. That was in many ways because of the Studebakers, because of beer. They may have not been the first, but they popularized it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were global before, really, there was a global transportation manufacturer. Yeah. Studebaker was the standard bearer for wheeled transportation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think one thing where Studebaker, the story and the history is relevant, and it's something that, as a museum, we kind of talk about, and I want to bring out more, is the fact that Studebaker, the brothers, the company, were very innovative. And I think there's a lot for new entrepreneurs to learn, because many of those innovations were very successful. Some of them were failures. But a lot can be taken out of that when somebody wants to move forward in their own business and their own
it's a fascinating business history for how they were able to survive Civil War, Depression, the panics of 1857, 73, 1893. Their primary market disappeared. Mm-hmm. So what do you're the best horse and buggy builder, and within pretty much a decade, your market is gone.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot to be learned there for new entrepreneurs.